Hello, buddy. Welcome back to the final part of the FTCR Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past Let's Play. I'm gonna just take a wild hunch and say that most LPs of this game don't end in 7 parts. Most LPs don't have the fucking legend that is NBM recording them, so get fucked, everyone else.
Yeah, but I did this last part, so.
Oh, good point. Get fucked, NBM. Steven did everything in this part.
Oh.
Yes. See, what you want to do here is use the hook shot to get across. You just That's why we upgraded the boomerang, so you can do some extra boomeranging.
Wow, Steven. I'm just so glad you know all this stuff about the game, was able to get us all this amazing footage. Thank you. Thank you.
Looking at this, I regret that we didn't have Steven recorded from the start. I bet if Steven was doing it, we would have gotten this game over in 5 parts, not 7.
And I was like, part 7, hi, we're finally getting into Eastern Palace. We've just been dicking around in the overworld, died like 5 times, but it's okay.
I know, I know it's almost a cliche at this point in time to bring it up. But I know, I'm not even sure if we even did mention it already, but have the Grumps done Link to the Past?
They have.
They've tried to do it like 3 times.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, because I think it was like one of their first ones, because like Aaron fucking loves this game. It's probably his only good opinion. And then they stopped.
Jeez.
And then they tried to do it again. Alright, so...
Like, completely started over, or, like, went back to where they were?
I have no idea. I don't watch content if I don't like who makes the content.
Well, I mean, you're the one who brought it...
What do you think I'm gonna do? I'm gonna watch people that I don't like so I can complain about them later on the internet? Who does that?
But you knew more about it than we did, so I asked further questions.
It was knowledge by osmosis. It's by other people I know talking about them that's like, okay, I've picked up that tidbit.
Okay.
NBM, to respond to your previous question, too many people to count to do that.
Yeah, so. Alright, there you go. There's your red mail. That's it.
Hooray!
That's the last item. We're done. We got it all.
Well, I mean, I got the last piece, but...
I mean, yes, you did. I apologize.
You might not have realized it, but we also got the silver arrows, and that we need those to defeat Ganon. Because he doesn't like silver.
He's like a werewolf.
Which is fine, because nobody likes silver.
The Hedgehog, he likes Shadow.
Fun fact, I'm actually allergic to silver.
The Hedgehog, I agree. Same.
Alright, so Steven's showing off with probably the stupidest fucking strat that I have ever found, is that if you dash and then immediately grab onto a block, those mimics think that you're actually moving around, so you can corral them while, Link is tugging on a block.
Steven, you are so smart to figure that out.
I know, but what's crazy is that we didn't mention it, but now Link's hat is purple, and that's very important.
But notice that his hair, or the brim, to filthy casuals, is still pink. Pink hair. Also, silver arrows lag the game to shit. They're so powerful, but the lag, it's so bad.
Why lag? Why? It makes no sense.
I don't know.
Because Nintendo have bad programmers, that's why.
Well, this game, that one is just graphical overhaul, because I managed to also make the game lag during Thief's Town, but that was because I was dashing in the big room, so there was probably just more stuff loaded. But yeah, it's so weird. It's honestly a thing of beauty when you can get a SNES to lag, because it just raises questions of, what the fuck did I do? I mean,
if Yuji Naka had programmed this game, there'd be no lag.
There'd be none whatsoever.
So I forget though. So if you don't have the light arrows, when you get to Ganon, you just can't kill him.
You can technically, but in a casual sense, no.
Okay. So, I wanted to ask, Mexi. So games like Zelda, the original, have things like no sword run. Like where you complete the game with just bombs and shit. Are there any kind of crazy hacks or runs for this game? Where there's no.
Oh yeah.
Well, I guess for the swords you kind of have to, because it's given to you. But is there?
Oh yeah.
Are there runs where people just either don't use it or just use something else to complete the game?
There are definitely no sword runs. I haven't seen them, but the big ones then in terms of like weirdness is reverse boss order, where you kill Ganon first and then you go through reverse boss order.
How?
There is there's randomizers, which are ROM hacks where items are in completely weird chests, so you may end up getting like you may not be able to find the arrows until you go all the way to Turtle Rock or something. So the huge thing with this game is that the main speedrun category is called no major glitches, just because this game has so many extreme out of bound glitches, the big one being exploration glitch and stuff. So no major glitches is the one where, you know, people have in their head he goes through the whole game. But then from there, once you allow people to use out of bound, or you allow them to use exploration glitch, I mean, at that point, then you're just walking into walls to load up different map screens to teleport you all the way across Hyrule. A cool little hack too is also low percent one hit KO, where you purposefully get the least amount of upgrades, while at the same time the game has a ROM hack going where you will always die in one hit.
Ah.
So that one's super cool.
You see here, we're about to fight Santa because he says ho ho ho.
So, I mean, are there like things like that for the 3D games where people will do like no sword runs in those games?
I'm trying to think about silly 3D games. I mean, Ocarina of Time, any percent at this point is no sword, just because you get the stick, because Final Form Ganon has two weaknesses, the Master Sword and Deku Sticks, so...
Oh yeah.
What, really?
Yeah, the game, because I'm not sure if it's because the Deku Stick is supposed to have the same amount of damage as the Master Sword, or if they intentionally just didn't bother to program the Deku Stick damage correctly because they figured there's no way you could have Deku Sticks for this boss fight, so why waste time properly programming the damage? But either way, Ganon in Ocarina of Time is weak to the Master Sword and Deku Sticks.
That's beautiful.
That makes him. I think Ganon's a water type Pokemon because he's weak to grass moves.
And weak to steel, apparently. Also, I decided to end that fight using the butterfly net. Again, not sure if intentionally programmed or just...
You mean Steven decided to end it?
Steven did. I'm sorry. I'm a slut and I wanted all the attention.
Yeah, thanks. Fucking sex shit.
They bring that back where butterfly net or bottles can be used to reflect beams back to enemies if it's a boss that you have to bounce their attacks back at them a whole bunch of times.
This is our only conversation with Ganon. It's so weird.
Yeah, I mean, you can kind of count the Aghanim conversations but then that's up to debate on whether you think Aghanim still has any consciousness while he was being possessed by Ganon.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's using that hook shot strat of you don't have a hitbox if it's retracting. So yeah,
I was gonna say that, but yeah.
Steven, you are so smart to think of that.
Thank you.
So,
the trick is you want to get behind Ganon and just peg the shit out of him.
Yeah. Even though you only...
He's a cuck.
You only need to do 6 slashes. Any slashes past that are irrelevant because he'll change into this third phase where he jumps up and down to make the floors fall. And even in this phase,
Ganon is a cock.
He only needs the 4.
You're still laughing about that.
Ganon just likes to watch Princess Zelda having sex with someone.
Yeah, Ganon just wants to marry Zelda to watch her have sex with Link.
Truly, then the Triforce will be complete.
Look at that. Oh yeah.
This is how we're ending A Link to the Past.
Ganon is the true Triforce of courage because it takes courage to admit that. Second, Steven, you bastard, he made it look so easy. Ganon gave me such fucking trouble when I played him as a kid.
Well, yeah, but I'm a grown man.
You are.
I'm a grown boy.
I'm a big boy today.
I defeated Ganon.
I'm just so glad that Steven was able to do Torch Glitch and was able to get Ganon with 2 silver arrows in a cycle. I'm so proud, Steven.
Thank you.
Look at those. Look at the early Super Nintendo Mode 7 graphics. The Super FX chip. Look at that Triforce dance.
Did this even have the Super FX chip? to pull this off?
No, maybe. I think only Star Fox and Yoshi's Island had the Super FX chip.
Yeah.
Maybe?
I don't even know about this one because Mode 7 is in the console itself. That's the whole reason F-Zero even exists, and that's why you're not getting a new one because it was a tech demo. Why do you guys want more games with tech demos, nerds?
Yeah, Brian, you're not gonna get it. Shut up.
So, whoever has gone into A Link to the Past data before, can you find out if these triangles are actually like polygonal or if they're just sprite animations? They could be really just detailed sprite animations.
They might be.
I would imagine, to me, it just seems like that would take so much time to
Yeah.
plan those out.
Yeah.
I can't see. I mean, it's a nice looking effect for the time, but I can't see Nintendo doing that. This is why Link to the Past was delayed 8 months,
Just to do this shit.
so Nintendo could animate these sprites.
So it looks like they are animated pixels.
Oh, would you look it up?
Oh yeah, well, you guys were talking about something. I decided to actually try and look it up.
So they're actually wow.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of Mexi, you said at the end of the last part you were going to reveal what Ganondorf's last name is. What is it?
Oh, it's Dragmire.
Ganondorf, hello, I'm Mr. Dragmire. Ganondorf Dragmire. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
I mean, it's actually a pretty cool last name. It's not canonical.
Ganondorf Dragmire - Smith.
Smith.
Thank you.
He's my personal accountant. Hello, I'm Dragon Ganondorf.
So, but I mean, that's only in the English, and then they took it away, and then that's when Ganondorf's name, canonically and permanently became Ganon, because
Yeah.
when they translated the Japanese for the first couple games, they also did Gannon,
Yeah.
and then this game brings up Ganondorf, but now it's all neatly packed that Ganondorf is the thief man, and when he turns into the giant pig, he is Ganon. The end.
So, it just said that Ganon's Dark World will disappear, so everyone who lived in Dark World is just dead now. That's kind of dark.
Yeah, I mean, mass murder, who cares?
Thanks, Link!
Alright, boys, what you wishing for?
I wish for a mountain of handkerchiefs.
I wish for Pizza Dinosaur.
Yep, there we go.
I wish for a large Coke with no ice.
Alright. So that was the best Zelda game ever.
The Return of the King? Get fucked, JR Token. Nintendo did it first.
It's funny because he died in the prologue, so you don't even know.
The king's last name is Hyrule, isn't it?
Maybe?
I think so. Does that make Zelda's last name Hyrule? I never thought about it till now.
So technically their names are Link, and Zelda Hyrule. Nintendo are really fucking bad at naming their characters.
Is Link's last name really Link?
I feel Miyamoto said it recently in an interview, but he may have been joking in regards to Mario.
Yeah.
He fucking did. I forgot that he.
Although this is a man who also said that he is Bowser Jr.'s mother, so take what he says with a grain of salt.
Or he actually just cannot tell lies. Is knowing the status of the bully really necessary for the conclusion of this game?
Well, I mean, it is kind of neat to see how the people in the Dark World come back to the Light World.
Your uncle recovers. That is the perfect example of Uncle, I thought you were dead. I got better.
It did get better.
That literally is
In
an
the,
official
Flippers
version of it.
Okay, why show this though?
I don't know. In the Japanese, though, instead of flippers, they're called finger webs. So finger webs for sale. Yep. And the Witch's Assistant is probably in the re-release on the GBA. They completely gave her a new sprite. They gave her one that resembles Maple, who is the Witch's Apprentice in the Oracle games.
Ah.
Those fucking dorky little. Look at those fucking dorky looking elf boys. Look at them. Damn, cutting down Twee.
So they kept a lot of things the same, but they just completely changed the Apprentice, which is fine, I guess. And I guess Flute Boy came back to life, and his grandpa's fine. It's cool. We'll see him later in A Link to the Past 2.
I thought the Triforce said you can make one wish.
Well, his wish was probably that he wants the world to return to normal and everyone who died because of Ganon getting the Triforce to come back. Like, he probably just did a very legally precise wish that included all of his clauses. Or
Link brought his lawyer with him.
Steven, it's the same thing as to go back to the South Park movie when Satan gives Kenny a wish. He wants everything to go back the way it was before the war. And everyone came back to life and everything was happy. And again, they ended up with a song.
a song that didn't win a Oscar, which is sad.
Fuck you, Phil Collins.
And that and thus birthed the Phil Collins episode.
Like, they're funny, but like sometimes Trey Parker gets remarkably petty about
No,
things.
I love how extremely petty that is. That the Ritalin episode is just a giant retort to, we dropped acid at the Academy Awards, wore sexy dresses, said it was a magical night, and you fuckers wouldn't even give us a little statue for Blame Canada.
So many episodes, like not all of them, but there's a handful of episodes where it's just like somebody upset Trey Parker, so he just does an episode where he's making fun of him.
Oh wait, Master Sword sleeps again forever, so Breath of the Wild doesn't take place after this game.
So Link to the Past is the final game in the canon. Gotcha.
No, holy shit! I mean, if you take out Link Between Worlds, that's actually pretty true, because he doesn't use the Master Sword in the Oracle games. I mean, he kind of sort of does, but it's not like the real Master Sword. And then he doesn't use the Master Sword in Zelda 1, because it's the White Sword. And I'm trying to remember if he uses the Master Sword in Zelda 2, but yeah, in this actual timeline, he really doesn't use the Master Sword all that much again. So, that's some, I mean, it's complete bullshit because they didn't plan that, but it's kind of neat that that ended up working out. Minus, Link Between Worlds fucking everything up there.
So,
there it is, boys. Link to the Past. We did it. We saved Hyrule.
what are your thoughts on the game, Gareth?
Like it. It's a good game. It's you know, I'm not the biggest fan of this franchise, which isn't to say I don't like it. I just haven't had the experience with this as Mexi or Steven or even my wife has with Zelda. But
God, then why didn't we have Carrie in this commentary instead of you?
Oh right.
Fuck.
I know, right? We should have. She's much more well versed. You know, although I'm not sure if she's played Link to the Past. That's one where I'm not entirely sure.
All right, I'll bring it.
But this game, I only had, to Mexi's detriment, I only had the GBA version of this game growing up. But I loved it. You know, I had a lot of fun playing it. I would spend weeks just going through Hyrule and just killing people.
Murder.
It's like, I view this game like playing a GTA game. I don't do any of the missions. I just murder people for 6 months, and then I get bored of it. But no, it's a good game.
Man, you're gonna love Breath of the Wild.
I really enjoyed this game. I would recommend it to everyone who can find the. I may have to try and find now the SNES version, Mexi, and play that. But I'm a big fan of this game. Smoothies, how about you?
It's on the 3DS VC. Guys, you can just play it on your 3DSs. If you have the new, that is.
I don't, which is really dumb. So, Steven, how about you?
Same thoughts as you. I haven't had the exact same experience as MBM or Steven with this game, but or the Zelda series as a whole, but I really enjoy this game. I played it on the GBA when I was growing up. It's great. See what I did? It's good. It's funny.
Skooks.
No, I think this is one of the best Zeldas. Who here would say that this should be someone's first Zelda when getting into the series?
I probably wouldn't, just
Me
because
too.
I will admit that in terms of like gamers today and their expectations of games,
Yep.
I can see the difficulty criticism. So I would probably put them more towards the 3Ds or do an Oracle game first.
If I were to have someone, if I were to recommend a game to be someone's first Zelda, I would say it's hands down.
Or Link's Awakening.
No, I would say it's hands down a Link Between Worlds.
True.
I think that should be everybody's first Zelda.
Yeah, I'd agree with that one.
I might go for Wind Waker. Wind Waker's pretty easy. Wind Waker's pretty easy.
I would, except for once you get to that Triforce shit at the end.
The HD version remake of Wind Waker. Because Wind Waker in general is a pretty easy game, and the HD version cuts out a lot of the Triforce hunting bullshit. And hooray, we played 0 games in this LP. Get fucked, viewers. You wasted your time watching nothing.
There was no game.
But there was no game. I cheated you. But Mexi, how about you, Blood? Thoughts on?
This is my favorite Zelda game. I'm not. It's. So I personally always draw a difference between the best and my favorite, because I will admit that sometimes they don't coincide. So this is my favorite. A lot of this stuff could put it as the best Zelda. I mean, to me, it's very quintessential Zelda. Like, this and Zelda 1 should be the 2 games you should always look to if you're, like, trying to make something be Zelda. Should be A Link to the Past and Zelda 1, but I love this game. I love the music. I love how it plays. I love that it only gets more interesting the harder you look at it, because the game just opens so much more when you learn about the mechanics of it, when you learn all the little tricks about it. So, and like, I never grow tired of it. I can always go back to this game, do something new, find something new, play something differently, and just always have a good time. That's why I wanted to do a Let's Play of it, was to share with you all how much I love this game.
Aww. Well, so quick question then before we end it, Mexi. If you say this is your favorite, and to go back to your previous point about how favorite and best aren't the same, this is your favorite, then what would you say is the best Zelda game?
Fuck. Okay, so I haven't played Breath of the Wild enough, so
It's not.
sorry that I can't include that in. I have no knowledge of it, but I would probably say, like,
It's not, though. It's not so.
okay, I would say, like, the best would probably be Ocarina of Time 3D.
Yeah.
Just in terms of, like, how well everything is put together in that game, because look, Ocarina of Time, yes, it's overrated. Yes, you and I are all fucking sick and tired of hearing people on the internet talk about that was their childhood and thus perfect, but there's a lot that is wrong with it that does get fixed, and I still feel that even with all its flaws, the changes in the 3D version just make everything way more cohesive in that game to make it probably the best Zelda.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, thank you everyone for joining us on FTCR's first Zelda LP. Hopefully we can probably twist MBM's arm at some point in the future to do more Zelda. But thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Goodbye. Goodbye.